recording? Yes. Okay. So, I have the whole collection of the KKW X Allison collection. I took out the packaging and everything already. But basically, I'm going to just do this as I normally would. I already did my base. So I have on foundation, concealer, and powder. Where I put powder. I have my brows done, lips, mascara, all that stuff. I'm going to wait till I have the eyeshadow and everything on. But anyway, that was a weird intro. So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanna. I love makeup. I love KKW specifically. I buy most of the collections that come out. So if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know this is really nothing new for me. But yeah, basically, you guys just saw I bought the whole collection. And with that being said, I want to review it and see what it's like. Yeah, a couple of disclaimers slash personal opinions. My first disclaimer is the fact that I am not a makeup artist. I have never claimed to be. Probably never will be able to say that I can be I'm never going to be able to claim the fact that I'm a makeup artist. That is a whole other skill set for people who are way, way better at makeup than what I am. The second one is the fact that, like, this is just my personal opinion, but so many people are crapping on, like, KKW, like, Kim for doing this collection with one of her best friends from childhood. And it's like, if you can't do a collection with your best friend, who can you do a collection with? She owns her company. It's very clear that, like, this is, like, a passion project for her. Like, this collection is anyway. So yeah. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys like this channel, if you like this video, if you like me, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. So I would very much greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, let's get started. That was me talking very, very fast. How's it going? Okay. So the first thing I want to do is do the eyeshadow. This is what the outside carton looks like. I don't think anybody really cares about that, so I took it out. It is a little mini 6-pan palette. Oh, hey, it has a mirror in it. That's kind of nice. That's the thingamabobber. It doesn't come with one of those shield thingies on it. So this is like another neutral palette. Kim always does neutral palettes, but this has got like very pretty shades in it. It has like a matte, pale, like almost white color. Shimmering. I'm just going to swatch it on my hand really quick. There's bronzer on my hand, but let's see. That last cool toned matte swatch, kind of funky. Funky. So there's the first row, all swatched. Don't ask me to read the shade names on the back. Oh no, actually, maybe I can. This font on the back of her palette with this one is way bigger than any other one she's ever done. These are also very dry eyeshadows compared to her normal formula. Huh. So, first row on the second, or first color on the second row. Middle. What the heck? And the last. You can barely, yeah. I think this is a different formula from her normal one. Oh well, swatches are not the end-all be-all of makeup. I think we know that now. Most of the time is like a makeup community together. So the first shade I want to take is really the middle one on the second row. It's like a pale cream grayish matte. It's called Pazer. I'm gonna zoom these in. Sorry, I'm chewing gum too, and I shouldn't be because it's like bad, but because it's, they'll hear it in the video. But okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade Pazer right here. And this is on, I don't know, it's just on a natural haired fluffy brush. And the primer I use to do my eyes, it's not set, it's the Milani eye primer. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see or not, but Connie, will you turn on that light for me? That's like almost the same shade as my skin tone. It's a very subtle color. I'm gonna go in with like this Wet n Wild brush. Maybe the fact that this is a natural hair and this one's synthetic will change it a little bit. That is very, very light. Can you see that at all? Connie, can you see that?
I see what?
Eyeshadow on my eye or not? No? I mean, it's there a little bit, but it's like, it's a very faint, like, wash of color. So I did that on both eyes. I think that this is going to be a really good transition shade because I forgot to mention it earlier. But there's only 2 shimmers in this palette, so this one here is a shimmer. So the first one on the last row, on the second row is a shimmer, and then the middle top row is a shimmer. The one on the bottom is a lighter. This one is darker, and you have like 2 cooler toned shades. This one is just, I think it's too close to my flesh tone to really be able to see it, which makes me believe that if you have anything, excuse me, deeper than like a medium skin tone, this probably isn't going to work for you, which is really, really crappy because the colors, I mean, the palette itself, it's like a nice little setup if you just need something to like very quickly throw in your, just do like your everyday makeup with, or if you were like me, and when I was in college, you guys, this is exactly the type of palette I would take to school with me to do my makeup in the 10 minutes I had before my class started if I wanted to wear makeup to school that day, but I was too lazy to get out of bed to do it. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is the color Marymount. It's the top all the way over to the right, like deeper gray color. I'm going to also run that through my crease. And again, I'm going to use that like natural haired brush, yeah. This formula is very dry compared to most of her other formulas. And I have most of her palettes, so... Blend, 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 blend. Hold on. Okay, I did my other eye off camera, but I want to make a note before we go any farther into this video that this palette, it feels like a completely different formula than her other palettes. Like, even her other smaller ones felt different than this one did. And like I said, I have most of her other palettes. The color's not bad. The pigmentation is there if you're willing to build it, but it's not as... So, like, this is the shade that we just used. So, Marymount, Marymount. And then this is one of the ones from the Classic 2 palette. Do you see how much, like, richer this one is? And I did, like, just zoom, zoom. So, it's definitely, like, a different formula, I think. I mean, it's still really pretty, but it's not... It doesn't feel like the same formula as the big palettes. What time am I at? Okay. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade Letters. Right here, it's the deepest color in the palette. On this smaller brush. Right here. And I'm just going to put this in the outer corner here. Just it doesn't, they're not true to pan is what it is. I think you can build it to be true to pan if you want it there, but it's not. It's almost like it's just not. I mean, because that's a really pretty color, and it shows up, but it's not true to color. It's not as deep as it is in the pan. You would really have to work to either build this up, or you're going to have to cut your whole lid again with like a primer and pat this on. Huh. So I'm just taking that, like what's left on the brush, and running that under my lower lash line. Wearing this looks vaguely raccoonish, but I think it looks nice. Okay, so there's the eyes for the most part. The only other thing I'm going to do really quick is take the shade Road Trip, which is the lightest shimmery shade in the palette, on my finger, and just put that there. Well, actually, that's going to lead to more work. Wow. These are really stupendous, though. This is like her normal shimmer formula, I think. At least that's what it feels like to me. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this brush again and go back in with that lighter gray off the top and kind of run it through the crease again to diffuse the shimmer that got on the crease. Or above the crease. I just want it a little bit diffused. Okay, so let me zoom you back down. Don't mind the creases under my eyes, but this is basically the eye look. Obviously, I still need to do mascara and liner, which I'm going to do really quick, and then we're going to do the rest of the face piece. She also came out with 2 face palettes and some lip products. Is it going on again? Yes. Okay, so I finished up the eyes. I kind of made it like a lot more smoky. I went in with like a black kohl liner underneath. I smudged that out, and then I went back over it with the Letters color, which is the darkest one in the palette. So next, she did come out with 2 face palettes. I grabbed them both. The first one is Ladera. So these feel like her eyeshadow palettes, which is funny. So here is the Ladera palette. This one I'm thinking is probably going to be good for me because it's meant for, like, I think it's the light skin toned one. And then I have Tower Lane. Yeah, this one's a little bit deeper. I think they would both work for me. Like, they're not outside of the colors I can use. But this one is definitely meant for people of, like, a medium. Like, the upper range of a medium skin tone. If I'm maybe like a medium to, yeah, just a medium skin tone, really. Well, not just, obviously, you can use makeup however you want to, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm going to use the Ladero one, and I'm going to go in with the bronzer shade, which is Cherish. This one right there. And I'm going to use my normal bronzing brush, which is this one. It's a little bit dirty. But this is my normal bronzing brush. It's an M527 one, if anybody was wondering. And these are like big enough I can fit this brush in this pan without hitting the next one. I didn't do any contour or anything. I'm not really going to. But I'm just going to put this where I would normally. Is there anything there? Yeah, a little bit. That's a nice bronzer shade, I think. Bronze on my forehead a little bit. A little bit on my jawline. Well, I know I said it's not contour, but... Connie, can you see, like, is there a difference between this side and this side? What?
The bronzer.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Does it look bad? I can't tell.
No.
Oh, okay. It actually, like, really nice. Okay. So the bronzer is really pigmented. Again, it's almost... See, this is weird. To me, this bronzer shade feels more like her normal eyeshadows than what that eyeshadow palette does, which is weird. And then I'm just going to take what's left on the brush a little bit, and I need to zoom out so y'all can see. It looks like I'm bald when I do that, but just bronze up my nose a little bit. Okay, so there's the bronzer. It is really nice. Oh shoot. Oops, I just stuck my nail on that. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to take this Almar Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to go in with this blush, which is called Secrets. It doesn't seem to have any like reflect in it, so I guess I would call it a matte blush, but it's almost bordering on sheen. It's not quite there. There's no glitter in it, but it's not quite sheeny either. But it is glowy, I guess would be a good word. Kinda blend that backwards. This is how I always do my blush too. I need to blend that bronzer better. That's what that looks like. I don't know if you guys can see the blush and the bronzer on there or not. Connie, can you see the blush?
I don't know.
Do you see like pinky color at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like blended into the bronzer?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Connie. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, you can definitely see it. It's quite softly pigmented, so I guess that's like a good thing if you want something that's more buildable. I don't mind it. I'm glad that I have it. Like, okay, highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the highlight shade that's in here. It says here for you, and this one's like an icier white highlight. You can't see that at all. Hold on. Again, you can't really see it, but it's right there. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna set my face first and then do this highlighter because I think that'll help quite a bit. Okay, so I just set my face with the Make It Last spray from Milani. And I actually looked in a mirror that I can actually see myself in, because while the mirror in here is good, it's not a zoom mirror, therefore Shanna cannot see. And it looks really pretty. It's not emphasizing, like the bronzer and the blush are not emphasizing any texture that I have any more than like any other bronzer I noticed does. Or any other bronzer that I have does. The blush is like, yeah, it's like a almost sheeny blush. It's a more like matte sheeny, if that makes sense. So you know how like you've got glittery blushes, you have matte blushes, and then you have like the Hourglass ones that are sheeny, or like the Milani ones that are sheeny. It's kind of in between a matte and a sheeny blush. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take my AOA Studio F19 brush. This one is my favorite highlighting brush. And I'm going to go into, what did I say that color was? Here for You. Kind of tap off. And then let us apply. Ooh. It's there. It's not a blinding highlight, but it's not like a non-existent highlight. Okay. Alright, so there's that. And then, hold on. Alright, I zoomed you guys back in so you can kind of see, but I'm going to do the lips next. Sorry. And what I have is the PPS lip gloss. It's a clear lip gloss. So if you already have one, you don't need that one. And then I have the London lip crayon and the Palm Springs crayon. Oh, shoot. Whoopsies, hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay. So, London is a darker nudie color than Palm Springs, but I feel like the eyes are bold enough today. So I'm going to go in with the Palm Springs lip crayon. I don't really use liner too often. I suck at it for one. Let's see. This might not show up on me though. I mean, that is literally like my nude. It's like a cooler toned grayish nude. It is nice. I like her lip crayon formula. So I'm going to go in with London then really quick. Ooh, and they smell like vanilla. Hold on. Oh yeah. That's London. They're both really pretty nudes. I think I like London a little bit better just because it is a smidgen bit darker. And these are almost like the I think they're just a touch drier than the what are they called? They ColourPop Just a Tint lip balms. It's almost like that, but not quite. Alright, so I'm going to go in with... Ooh, I love that noise. Hold on. I love that noise. That is a gloss. That is like... That is glossy. I like that. I think the gloss is my favorite thing out of the whole collection. Alright, so there's the face. Alright, so this is what it looks like all done. The eyes, the lips, the face. Overall my thoughts are, I like the lip products the best. I think the cheek palettes are my next favorite out of the collection. And then the eyeshadow palette is actually, I don't like it. I think that the formula in it is different than like her normal palettes. So it's really dry. It's quite dry compared to her normal formula in my opinion. Again, not a makeup artist, so take it for what you will. But it's quite dry compared to her normal formula. And I think that affected like the pigmentation of it, in my opinion. But the shimmer shades are really, really lovely in it. And my forehead looks so big on camera. But, what was I talking about? I swear to God, I have ADD. Not really, but, so I like the lip products. I like the face palettes. The eyeshadow palette, it's not my favorite. I do not care for it whatsoever. If you like the color story of it, I would go for the Classic 2 palette because that's the one that it seems the most similar to. Like, the tones and the shades are very, very similar to each other. I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad that I bought it because now I have her face palettes and more of her lip products. And I will use the eyeshadow palette. It's just, it's not something I'm going to reach for on an everyday basis. So, Also, because I didn't mention it at the beginning, I did buy this with my own money. It's not the fact that I was sent it. I mean, she doesn't know who I am, so I doubt she cares. But yeah, she didn't send it to me. I purchased it with my own money. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm trying to find the information sheet. I'm sitting on it. So the whole collection, if I'm not mistaken, was like $150. I don't know. I bought the whole bundle, so I don't know how much individual prices were. But if it's anything like what her normal palettes are, the palette was probably $30. The lip gloss, I think, was probably $18. I know the face palettes were $35. But yeah, if you guys are gonna buy anything from this collection, I would recommend the lip products and the face palettes. If you like it, like I said, if you like the colors of the eyeshadows, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous and I don't know why. I would go for the Classic 2 palette over this one. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm going to see you all in my next video. Goodbye.